What's up, YouTube? Just out taking a walk in the woods. I got the goats with me. Just taking a little stroll. Supposed to get up to about, may say 38 degrees today. So I figure I get out and go take a little bit of a walk. It ain't too bad right now. It's not above freezing yet, but there's no wind, and it feels pretty good to get out and move around a little bit. Last 2 days has been really cold. -2, 0, so it's going to get a little bit back up. I even seen Saturday's going to be 40 something degrees and raining. So, but anyway, the reason I want to make a little video, I always get a couple people always ask me, are you off grid? You know, how do you live? What's your lifestyle? I don't know. I would probably say I'm not off grid. I do have tied to the electrical grid. I'm not tied to any kind of gas utility or sewer utility. I do have the electrical grid, and the only reason I do that is because it's pretty cheap. I mean, I can see if you're way in a remote area and it costs thousands and thousands of dollars to get poles and wires and everything else up to your property, then I can see it. But for me right now, I mean, a yearly electrical bill is anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500, which I don't think is that much at all. So I'm going to be on the grid until unless they raise it way up or something like that. But I do have a little bit of solar set up that I like tinkering around with. I run my garage on solar. I charge up my batteries. I run drills. I got radio going. I mean, stuff like that. I only got one battery in there. Eventually, I do want to step that up with a couple more panels and a few more batteries, because I would like to see if I can run my my well pump off of solar if I had to. In other words, as a backup. I'm not going to get rid of the grid because I just don't see it being, you know, I mean, the cost of batteries, I looked at batteries, they are expensive. And I mean, if I really wanted to get my house going on solar, you're talking a lot of money. So I could put that money into other things that I'm doing around here. I would say I live, me and Robin, we live a hybrid lifestyle. I like homesteading. We grow a lot of our own food. We grow a lot of meat. I have chickens, rabbits I put in the freezer, turkeys I put in the freezer, ducks I put in the freezer. I usually shoot 1 or 2 deer every year and put in the freezer. So meat-wise, I mean, we do buy a little bit of pork, but I'm thinking about a pig next year. So, and vegetables, I grow a lot of my own vegetables. And Robin cans a lot of stuff. We can the duck, we can the deer meat, we can the chicken. She makes soup and all kinds of stuff, all kinds of vegetables we can. Potatoes, I have potatoes, we eat all winter long, and I have more to even plant in the following year. Other than that, I mean, I heat my house with wood. I don't buy any, I do buy a little bit of kerosene just to have a little bit as a backup in case. For instance, the other day we went down to see my mom, so I had to keep the heat on. There's nobody here to put wood in the stove, so I have a little bit of that, which is barely nothing. I usually just keep a half of tank on hand, maybe 200 gallons, 150 gallons. And other than that, me and Rob, we try to do everything ourselves. You know, you could just consider me, I mean, I don't know everything, but I'll give it a shot. You know, right now I'm working in my bathroom. I redid the whole bathroom myself, the plumbing, electrical. I do everything myself. Try to cut out the guy in the middle that I got to pay for him to install all that stuff. So, you know, I learn as I go. I mean, electrical's not too hard. I did a little bit of it for a couple of years ago. So I do all that myself, the plumbing too, all the carpentry work. The car breaks down, if it's something I can fix, I'll do it myself. So you cut a lot of that out, and you don't have to make a lot of money. I mean, I only work part-time. I work 3 days a week. I used to work 4 or 5 days a week. But once I got my house paid off and all my bills, you know, loans and stuff like that, paid up, I started working 3 days. I mean, I don't see how you can really go totally off-grid, if they want to call off-grid not having utilities. I mean, I guess that's what they call it. I looked it up one time and they were saying, you know, utilities. So I mean, even internet is now, not too long ago, I don't know, it was about 3-4 months ago, the FCC, they changed the internet to a utility, if I was reading right. So having the internet, I would think you're still on grid. I mean, if that's what they're calling being on grid, is having the utilities. So, but internet is something that I want to have, so I ain't worried about paying a couple bucks for it. So, I mean, you still got to make a little bit of money. No matter which way you look at it, I got to pay taxes on my land. I got to pay insurance on my vehicles. I got to put gasoline in them. You do still have to buy some stuff. So, but like I say, me and Robin, we live like a hybrid lifestyle, I would say. I'm self-sufficient in many ways. I do a lot of things myself. You know, if it all came crashing down, yeah, you could probably survive. I could still eat. You ain't gonna have nothing, but I mean, I don't think you're gonna die. And I still raise a lot of food. You know, I heat the house with wood. As you can see, there's an abundance of trees around. So yeah, I would say me and Robin live a hybrid lifestyle, homesteading as much as we can. And other than that, when it comes to being off-grid, you ain't gonna call. I'm not off-grid, so I still do have power lines. Like I say, it's cheap. Why not have it? If it's there, why not have it? You know. So, all right, you two. Let me take these goats out. Let them stretch out their legs a little bit more, and I hope that answers the questions a couple people have been asking me. And I'm gonna stop my babbling and go take a little bit of a walk. I got a couple glimpses as I stroll through the woods.